Like, miss, where's your remorse? Like, where's your sorriness? Where's your sadness? Like, at the end of the day, I don't care what I go through with nobody. I would never want to see nobody die. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, bitch, nobody did nothing to you, you fucking gremlin. And you really acting like you mad about something. Ice grilling somebody, ugly ass. Then you acting tough in front of a courthouse like, bitch, we're gonna go to jail. You've been to jail before. I'm sure you don't want to go back, bitch. Like, what are we doing here? Come around the corner. You're really not fucking tough. Like, bitch is mad pussy. Like,
Hold on tight, because what just happened in that courtroom didn't feel like a trial, it felt like an explosion, not just of emotions, but of everything Remy Ma thought she could count on. Her world came crashing down in front of cameras, reporters, fans, and even old enemies who came just to see her fall. The woman who once walked with pride and power, the one who stood tall as the Bronx's toughest queen, broke down completely. And the reason? Her own husband, Papoose, turned against her. The same man who once stood beside her through everything even. Prison just testified for the prosecution in her son's murder trial. No one saw it coming. When Remy entered the courtroom, she probably thought she was walking in to support her child. But what she didn't expect was to feel like the one on trial. And the shock hit like a punch to the chest when the judge called Papoose to the stand. She blinked confused, hoping it was a mistake, but it wasn't. Her husband stood up and walked to the witness box, silent, cold, and ready to speak for the other side. People in the courtroom gasped. You could feel the energy shift. Cameras moved, journalists scrambled, and Remy's face went pale. Her hands started to shake. She wasn't just betrayed, she was humiliated in front of the world. Papoose didn't cry. He didn't even hesitate. He started talking with a calm, sharp tone. He told the court that yes, he was home when their son, Jace, came back the night of the murder. Yes, Remy knew about the argument that happened earlier that day. And yes, they both agreed not to say anything until they could talk to a lawyer. That one sentence shook the courtroom. He had just implied that Remy helped cover something up. It wasn't just loyalty gone, it was trust destroyed. And if that wasn't enough, he kept going. He revealed that Remy had sent $20,000 to someone connected to the victim's case. People started whispering, was it hush money? Was it meant to distract someone from talking? No one said it out loud, but everyone was thinking it. Remy tried to speak to her lawyer, but the judge told her to stay quiet. That's when it all began to spiral. Jasmine Dior, the daughter of the man Remy's son allegedly killed, had been sitting in the front row the entire time. Her eyes never left Remy. She looked at her with so much anger, so much fire. The moment Papoose mentioned that money, Jasmine stood up and shouted across the courtroom, "Tell them about the burner phone, Papoose." Security rushed in. People screamed. Reporters clicked their cameras like it was a red carpet event. Remy just sat there, frozen, like the air had been pulled out of her lungs. The judge called for a break. Everyone rushed out. And Remy, she collapsed into her chair. She didn't cry. She didn't speak. She looked like a statue just sitting there with her fists clenched and eyes wide open. But it didn't stop there. In the hallway outside, things got worse. As Remy was being escorted out by security, Jasmine followed her, shouting, "Your son took my father, and now your husband's taking your name." For a second, it looked like Remy was ready to fight, but instead, she leaned in and whispered something so cold it gave everyone chills. She said, "This isn't justice. Just wait and see." Minutes later, Remy was seen stepping into a black SUV with no plates. A tall man in a gray suit opened the door for her. She didn't say anything, just looked at him and got in. Then the car drove off, and she disappeared for over 5 hours. No one knew where she went. No one could reach her. Social media went wild. Some people thought she was running. Others thought she was planning her next move. Later that day, a secret audio recording from inside that SUV leaked online. In it, Remy's voice was clear and sharp. She said, "He's not going to ruin me. Not after everything I protected him from." But who was she talking about? Was it Papoose, her son, or someone even bigger? Rumors started flying. Some believed she meant Papoose, and that their marriage had been falling apart long before this trial. Others thought she was talking about her son, that maybe she had been covering for him all along and was now regretting it. And then there were the conspiracy theories. Some fans claimed it had something to do with a music label disagreement years ago. No one knew for sure. But one thing was clear, this wasn't just a family falling apart. This was something deeper. Later, more information came out. Sources close to the case said that Papoose had found something weeks earlier. Apparently, one night after the murder, he used Remy's laptop to send a verse to a producer. But instead, he found a folder named Perv Evidence J. Inside were voice notes, messages, and screenshots. Some were about cash transfers to a woman who claimed to have seen what happened that night in Queens. One message even said, "Tell Jace to stay low." That discovery may have been what pushed him to go to the authorities. Meanwhile, Jasmine Dior wasn't staying quiet either. She went live on Instagram in front of a crowd, holding up a phone she claimed was the same burner phone she yelled about in court. She pressed play, and a voicemail played. A voice that sounded just like Remy said, "They can't connect it to Jace. He had gloves. You know that." People watching were shocked. The internet exploded. Some fans started turning on Remy, saying she had lied to them for years. Others defended her, saying the phone could have been planted and Jasmine might be working with someone trying to bring Remy down. But here's the twist, Papoose hasn't denied any of it. In fact, one courthouse worker who asked to stay anonymous said Papoose had given prosecutors a flash drive with all the evidence 2 weeks ago. Now, everyone's wondering what happens next. Will Remy be charged? Will more secrets come out? Is this trial just the beginning of something even bigger, involving music labels, powerful people, and deep cover-ups? No one knows. But one thing's for sure, Remy Ma's life, legacy, and everything she's built is hanging by a thread. And the worst part, it's her own husband who started pulling it.
Yeah. Try to beat you up. Come downstairs. You know you in front of the courthouse trying to act like you're tough. Like, yeah, stop. Yeah, let's go around the corner. Let's go around the corner. Come on, let's go around. Stay to beat you up.
Turn around.
Like your mother's ugly?
Turn around.
Like your mother's ugly?
Oh, same thing.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Oh, okay.
Just watch.
Yeah, okay. We could test her right now. Right now. Right now, ugly. Everything. Oh, you thought you was gonna see something ugly, bitch. You wasn't. But you wasn't. But you wasn't.
No makeup.
But you wasn't. Same here. You see what's up? Same here. You see what's up? Oh, okay.
Imagine getting handed a flash drive labeled Rem for you. Sounds sweet, right? But in this case, it was more like a digital knife in the back. No love letters inside, just cold, hard betrayal. And Remy Ma, she's finding out the hard way that the people she once trusted might have turned on her when she needed them most. Let's talk about Fat Joe for a second. This is someone Remy always considered close, someone who had her back through thick and thin. But when the news broke about her legal mess, all he posted was, "I pray for all involved. Some wounds don't heal." That's it. No names, no defense, just a vague, distant message that had fans raising eyebrows. People read between the lines and said it loud, he's stepping back because she messed up bad. Then, like clockwork, Nicki Minaj made her presence known. No full sentence, no statement, just a unicorn emoji next to a justice scale. And you already know her fanbase didn't need a translator. The barbs lit up the internet with memes and messages saying, "Nicki always wins." The timing? Too perfect to be innocent. But the real explosion came later that same night. 3 top hip-hop media pages all received an email at the exact same time. The message? A Dropbox link with a blurry surveillance video. It was footage from a gas station on the night Darius Gilbo was killed. In that video, a car that looks like the one Remy's son Jace was driving is parked right next to a black SUV. And guess what? That SUV is registered to Papoose. Here's where it starts to get terrifying. In the video, a voice says, "Tell your pops to shut the dashcam off." The timestamp? 11:47 p.m., just minutes before the murder. Now people are asking, did Papoose know what was about to go down? Was he involved? Or was he just too close to the mess to avoid being dragged in? Suddenly, the image of Papoose as the loving, loyal husband started fading fast. Some people now believe he flipped to protect himself. Others think he was trying to clean up the damage before the law caught up. Whatever the truth is, Remy isn't just hurt. She's furious. According to someone who worked on Remy's PR team back in 2019, she's preparing to fight back hard. Not just against Papoose, but against the entire system. The word is she's filing a private countersuit claiming she was manipulated, tricked, and possibly even framed. Her legal team says there's proof of altered evidence and emotionally abusive tactics used to break her down. Whether the courts buy it or not, that's still up in the air. And while her legal problems mount, her professional life is falling apart too. One of her sneaker deals was suddenly canceled. A podcast relaunch she had planned was wiped off the network's site. Even her reality show Love and Remy got shelved indefinitely. One record executive leaked that the show's producers wanted to avoid being tied to her case until the smoke clears. Now here's where things turn downright.